Now, let's go get the other guy. Oh, to his bed. Right, that explains it. Need to take the elevator down to the other place. See what happens.
That's it then. Now it's up to me. I'll take the medallion and call them.
I'll be watching. Break a leg.
Don't worry. I've spent years mimicking this asshole. Captain Almeida, come at once to my chambers. There's a problem. Quick, hide up there.
Your Eminence, are you all right?
Yes, Captain. Please arrest this clown. Seems that he took his role a little too seriously. Get your hands off me! Poor man. He served me well for years. We'll never find anyone else who so bears my resemblance. Take him away, Captain, but be gentle.
I think I understand, Your Eminence. We'll handle it.
What? This is outrageous. I'll have you all skinned alive and set in a salt bath. If only there was something we could do for him. I suppose all those years pretending he was me, that eventually took its toll. No! Stop! I am the Duke of Circurus! You can't do this!
Dr. Hypatia at Adamire will know what to do with the poor man.
I hope they don't see the rest of the people.
Hard times. Hard times.
I'm still trying to get my head around this. It's incredible. It'll be dicey for a while because I may be missing a few details. As quickly as I can, I'll turn over the palace guard. That will help cover me. Once you're off for Dunwall, I'll wait for your messages. I'll need all the help I can get turning this around.
Hey, you! I'll be damned.
There we go. It wasn't the cleanest, but the game didn't leave me any choice. Or rather, it did, but it was a messy choice. The messy choice that I didn't want to take. I assumed people had detected bodies down here. Because I left some of them around here. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But I'm still not 100% sure that's what happened. Alright. Huh? That's fine. That's the guy upstairs. See? There's a body back here. Either way. As long as nobody else is around, that is it. Apart from the elevator thing. Let me use that elevator from here, but also come back here. Get one sleep dart. There's another sleep dart somewhere. I forget where it is. But we're not going to worry about it. Actually, I should remember where it is. It's right there. Okay. Good. Jump over everything, and I want to see if this goes anywhere else. No. We got this. We did everything. Wow. Wow. Brilliant. And that's what these dogs were for. Of course. Megan.
There. Now to wait.
Oh, there she is. There she is with her two ends. It's not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well? Yeah, well. She has two hands. Hey.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
From now on, the Duke will be guided by better stars.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
Yes, at long last. To take back the throne and find a way to save my father.
Ready, then?
Take me back to the ship.
All right. As you want.
See, I told you it was going to be action-y, but again, all towards that, which is the most important one, we got everything here apart from the paintings and the blueprints, which don't matter as much. These ones do, and then everything else over there looks pretty good.
I grew up with this broken skyline, the muted colors and the way the light falls. It's Dunwall, but it's not. Have I changed, or does everything just look different when you're not wearing a crown? Whatever grand scheme you've got underway now, Delilah, you were smart when you stole this place from me. You knew who among my people to corrupt, and you took away my strongest ally, my father. But you didn't know me. You only saw a sheltered princess. You never thought I'd fight back. You don't know me, Delilah. But you will.
Here we are in the void again. Unless we're not. This looks very unvoidy. I grieve for a second time. What was it like to walk with her heart somewhere near, but never quite in the real world? It was her wisdom, her insight, her voice, her love. Mother, now I've lost you twice. I knew her spirit was trapped. I knew she needed to be set free. But how could I? Of course she found a way to help me. One last time. No, I will not cry, not yet. Not until all my work is done. Now the heart contains a different spirit, a different voice. Delilah Copperspoon, spinner of lies, thief of thrones. Delilah the selfish, cunning and cruel. Not so long ago I would have gladly thrust a dagger into Duke Abel's chest, but a more subtle opportunity presented itself, and I took it. The Duke still lives, but they dragged him away, thinking he was his own political double, gone mad. And the Duke's actual double? I think he'll be a much better Duke than the real one ever was. People will never know why their ruler suddenly gained wisdom or took on a kinder tone, and maybe they'll wonder why Empress Emily changed just as suddenly. I'm not the same person I was 2 months ago. Now there's only one more task before I can rest. Corvo, my father, I am coming. I don't worry for Serkonos. I've met many good people, capable people. People who have been working on behalf of the country as best they could. With the real Luca Abel out of the way, I'm certain they'll manage to restore the rule of law, and with it, some of the happiness they have lost. And I'll help them the best I can as soon as I am back on the throne. Dunwall, my home, terrible things happened here since I left. Since I was forced to leave. Will the city be in ruins? The people terrified, hiding in their homes? Am I trying to reassure myself, imagining the worst? What if I found the city in better shape than I left it? Delilah doing a better job than I did? No, I don't think it will be the case. I know Delilah and I know myself better now. I feel guilty for all the things I could have done better before this all started, for being an empress not many people thought was worth fighting for. I don't know what I'll see, but whatever has happened to my city, I mustn't let grief or anger cloud my thoughts, because the destruction of Dunwall won't be weighing heavily on Delilah's mind. She must know I'll be coming for her. She's watched from afar as one after another of her allies has been removed from my path. Does she feel vulnerable, or was this her plan all along? That's why I'm saying it could be an interesting thing to end with Delilah dying. To, you know, to be able to... Or rather, to with Emily dying, to be able to get Delilah.
Must admit, this campaign has been conducted with far more restraint than I would have expected. Remarkable what Delilah's accomplished, coming from such a background, taking the throne.
Hey, there you are. I wanted a chance to talk.
At least the situation with the Duke is behind us. Let's not forget that small detail in all this. Drunken despot.
We're gonna be able to go in there now, aren't we? I don't know who said that, though. I mean, I do. It was, Megan. But where is she? Is she upstairs? There's rats upstairs. What are the rats doing here?
And that's twice I've broken it for you.
Megan Foster is waiting on the deck of the Dreadful Whale. She wants to talk. She does. But I want to look around first, as I always do. Letter to Billy Lurk. Billy, I ain't know your address, so I just give this letter to a mudlark who knew the lay of the area and hope for the best. You and I ain't got no reason to like each other, but Fennec liked you good enough, so that's why I'm writing. Anyways, he's dead, and this is from Katrina, by the way. And I thought you should know, it was that old wound, remember? It never did heal. We tried every kind of cure in Poultice. You know what I think? I think maybe the boss cut him. Maybe on purpose, maybe not. You know how it was back then. Speaking of, I tried to find the big knife, capital B, capital F. Capital K. But no one's heard a thing about a thing in years. Don't know if he's alive or what. Anyways, out of respect to Fennec, if I ever see you, I won't kill you. I don't know who that was for. We also got sleep darts over there, which is curious.
I wonder what Delilah's thinking. She must be aware that things have changed in Karnaca.
She must. There's a fire back there.
5 years ago, if someone told me that one day I'd be happy not living alone, I would have laughed.
Not living alone? That's not what you say if you're out at sea.
There was a time I could find my way across these roofs blindfolded. I won a lot of drinks from people who said I couldn't.
She wasn't always a sea woman. So maybe that makes sense. Yeah, if you're out at sea, like, you're not alone. You're always with people. Like, you're not the only one in the boat. And not that this boat has a lot of people. Oh, freaking rats. There you go. But what she means is she has eloped. She has eloped with that other dude. That's what she means. Them rats. It's the rats of Dunwall is what it is. There's a lot more rats around here.
doubt my apartment on Caldwin's Bridge is as I left it.
All right, Aunt Delilah. Let's see what you've done with my palace. Sir Konos has a better duke now, even if no one else knows it.
Natural philosophy. And shock them all. Assuming it still stands.
Home at last. It feels like another lifetime living in the tower.
There's a briefing here. Is there a briefing upstairs?
I'm still aboard this creaking thing that Megan calls a boat. Anton Sokolov, once the designer of mighty ships, thrown against the malevolent ocean and large enough to heave the great leviathans aboard, thrashing and spilling their life's blood across the decks. Majestic ships, swift with luxurious cabins, fit for an empress. Where are those vessels now? They're far too important to carry an old man like me. I've been abandoned by my own creations. But maybe that's the way it should be. Haven't I been cruel, selfish? Perhaps I should be forgotten, consigned to the junk heap. Maybe I should die at last. And there's a chance I will on this final escapade. To Dunwall, then. We'll see what's left of me.
I also wonder what the narrative theme might be for Megan to be... I wouldn't want to put labels on it, but in love with Sokolov. That's something that has been talked about since the beginning of the game, basically. And it doesn't really have a payoff. Not yet. I'm not sure what the payoff would be. Because Sokolov doesn't say, he's like, oh, maybe I should die. I suspect Megan wouldn't like that. By the way, this might be an old grindstone, but it likely isn't. If you've ever used the grindstone, you know that these things take forever to stop. Like, it's at full speed now. Yeah, they stop faster than they accelerate, which is just not how anything works. So, let me see if upstairs is start briefing as well. It is. It is. Huh.
Megan.
People have called me that for a long time, but it's a lie. My name is Billy Lurk.
Everyone's full of secrets. Why do I feel like you've got more to say?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but you deserve the truth. I'll just say it. 15 years ago, I ran with a mercenary gang. We got paid to kill people. Some who deserved it, some who didn't. The boss pulled me up from the Dunwall slums when I had nothing and had run out of rope. This is hard to admit.
Whatever it is, spit it out.
Our leader was the assassin Dowd, and I was part of the crew. Our last big job together, we were paid to...
You helped Dowd kill my mother?
Yes. I don't know what else to say. I've lived a very long time wishing I could take that day back, but I can't.
And now we have an option. Option 1, you have changed since those times, or you're a monster. I can't help but feeling that this one over here is I have changed as well. To let go of that is a reflection of our character, I think, as well. Let's go with that.
can't ever forgive you for what you did. But suffering has a way of twisting people. You're a different woman today than you were then.
Yeah. We've all been hurt. But not all of us did what I did. Or became what Delilah became. I know you'll never get over it. But neither will I.
I hope not. Goodbye, Billy. I'm taking the skiff, and I'll go alone from here.
I don't know who Billy is. I have no idea who it is. So she just said, my name is not Megan, it's Mogan. I don't remember Billy. Do I remember Billy? Maybe like it connects to the first game. Maybe it's a character in the first game that we didn't get to interact with.
I can't deny it. Traveling with you has changed me. I know you want to face her alone. But good luck. Remember, even if you pull off whatever trick you're planning for Delilah, she won't be easy to beat. I'm glad Sokolov was awake to say goodbye. How is it the old man cured the plague all those years ago, but can't eat without getting food on his shirt? In my time here, the Dunwall City Watch was just a bunch of drunkards and layabouts. No wonder half of them turned on you. Goodbye, Emily.
I kind of wanted the... Oh. There we go. That's what I wanted. We're gonna get a briefing with you? Sure. Sure thing. We got a hot cocktail and tricky timing. Is what we got. Enemy grenades take slightly longer to explode. Exploding bottles inflict damage over a wider area. Exploding bottles? Is that like a... Is that the fire bottles? I think it might be. Megan Foster's notebook. What day is it? I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know what will happen. No one can know. But I have a feeling that we'll all be dead soon. Everyone dies, just like my sweet Deeder. Maybe. Twitching in the mud. But I think death is very close now. The air feels strange. The wind is coming from the west. I saw a dead gull floating in the same foam. Not in the same foam. In some foam. Don't go off to Dunwall, Billy exclamation mark. That's what I'm reading from all signs. I could run, finally try and find him at long last. The old knife himself. That's Dowd, by the way. They could rent another boat. They don't need me, not really. So I could run. I should run. Haven't I had more than my share of blood? So why am I still here? I'm wondering if there's... What is more likely here? That Megan Foster has a twin sister, and they thought that she would pass as Megan, even though she has two arms? Or that Megan Foster, or whatever her name is, regained her arms somehow through magic. I would say it's the second one, because it's a magical world.
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the Empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes.
That's Dowd. And the masks there are because that's what Dowd and his assassins used in the first game. In fact, we're seeing the masks right here. They have these special... I don't remember why they wore the masks, but basically they took residence in a place where people wore masks. In a factory, they took over that factory, and that's why.